All right, what's going on, guys? So I really don't like making videos where I directly call out companies because in the grand scheme of things, I'm trying to be on good terms with everyone. But it gets to a point where things need to be said and addressed in the open. And the only time I've really done this is with Intel back in the day, a couple years ago. And now me and Intel are on good terms. Google, you're up to bat, and I have a lot more to say about you guys. So this is going to conclude my three-part saga I've had with the Pixel 7 Pro. But you know what else is a three-part saga that isn't going to be concluded? Our sponsor, nobody. So the one thing I want to mention is that this video is not really for you guys to watch, although I'm happy for you guys to watch and share this video. This video is really for Google to watch and give some answers, or at least make them understand what I'm going through and what a lot of other people are going through. So I'm going to explain everything on the table, but just to catch some people up to speed, if you didn't watch my two previous videos, I'll have a timestamp somewhere on the screen. But I purchased the Pixel 7 Pro with my own money, and I did a review. And during that week of using the device, I had a horrible time. I had a problem left and right, and I believe I did like a 40-minute video where I just talked about how much I didn't really understand or like what Google was doing with the Pixel 7 Pro, especially with its price tag. Now, the reception on that video was pretty much a 50-50 split, where there were people that had similar issues as me, and then there were another group of people that were saying that I have a defective or faulty device, that they've had no problems with the Pixel 7 Pro. What you should do is get it replaced and do the review again. So I ended up doubling down, making a follow-up video saying that this device is pretty much of a gateway of what I was explaining of what the actual problems are with Google making a smartphone device. And still got pretty much the same reception. And I basically swallowed my pride and said, okay, you know what? I'm going to do an RMA with Google, get a new device, use it, and do a proper review, like the comments told me to. So let me give you guys the timeline real quick. I wrote it down so I don't miss anything here. So May 31st, I submitted my RMA to Google and they accepted it. An RMA is really just a process of, getting a device inspected and replaced if the manufacturer detects that there is a problem with the device that they need to handle. Then June 2nd, I make my follow-up video showing the RMA document that I got from Google. I already did my RMA for the device. I have it here. So this is a real product by Google. June 3rd, I shipped it off. 2 days later, they received it because Sunday, they don't do shipping on Sundays. 2 days later, on June 7th, they started the repair process and shipped it within the same day. Then June 9th, I received it, and then I was still daily driving the Pixel 7a at the time, and I just wanted to spend one more day with it. And then the following day, on June 10th, I swapped my SIM and started using it. So let's get into the issues I have with this replacement I got from Google. So the one thing I will give credit over to Google is that all their shipping labels are overnight. So if you do ship it out, it's gonna be there within the next day. And when they ship it out, it should be at your place within the next day. So that's nice, but that's where the positives pretty much stop. So the device came in this pouch here, which isn't anything too negative. I don't have the unboxing video posted on my channel, but I'll probably have clips because I did record it. It's literally just the phone. And for people saying this is not valid, just go ahead and take a look at that. I'll have it zoom in somewhere on the screen, but yeah, it's definitely a phone by Google. Another thing that I want to mention is not sure if this is exactly new or if they just put this on top. So you can actually see that this isn't even fully lined up. So this just seems to be, I'm not going to say this is a bad job by any means. This is more likely that they just gave me a brand new phone, maybe one that was sitting around, maybe not. I'm going to have to check the serial number to see if this is actually real. But as you can see, it is powered on Google, Android, all that good stuff. But yeah, but whenever I see a product come in a pouch or something like this, I get kind of suspicious, but I'll let it slide because you can say this is industry standard. So not even 24 hours later, getting my RMA device that a lot of you guys recommended, I was in bed and I was watching either Mortal Kombat or Diablo 4 videos, and I hit the up button on the phone and the volume rocker pops out. And I'm like, what can I even do at this point? I can't even turn off the phone because guess what? I need the up button in order to turn off the phone. Up or down, one of the two, doesn't matter. And that's where I noticed the serial number isn't even the same. So did they even actually repair my device? So then at that point, I'm just in shock of like, how could Google one up themselves on having me have problems with the first device? I sent it in, get it back, and they gave me a device with even more problems, which are hardware specific. But that's not it. So I'm like, you know what? I didn't set up my fingerprint sensor because I just wanted to fly into this phone, update it, and make sure that everything is clean, as the stock experience, people would say. So I go to set up my fingerprint, and I will do this live on camera, by the way. I'm gonna go into settings here. Gonna type in fingerprint unlock. I'm gonna go to fingerprint unlock. Gonna click more, I agree, start. Fingerprint setup timed out. Can't use fingerprint sensor, visit a repair provider. And I'll have this somewhere on the screen. I would take a screenshot, but guess what? Don't have my volume rocker to do that. So I woke up this morning, and as what most people do, I am just on YouTube looking at some Diablo videos since I'm playing on hardcore and figuring out how I can survive. Since the volume is so low on this device, I decide to turn up the volume and the volume rocker literally comes out. I honestly don't even know what to say anymore. It's 7:15 in the morning. I'm still in my boxers. This is like, what? And I don't even know if I've included this in the video yet, but let me just add a fingerprint. Guess what? I hit start. What is this? They actually just sent me another bad phone. You can't have written it any better. This is not even the worst Android experience. This is the worst smartphone flagship experience I've ever had. So at this point, I'm done. I take my SIM card out and I'm like, I'm not going to deal with this again. And this is what I was trying to reiterate in my first two videos. It's not the phone itself I'm upset with. It is Google themselves. And I don't understand why Google is getting a pass when OnePlus back in the day was doing this and everyone was mad at them. When Samsung was doing this back in the day, everyone was mad at them. Google is not, they're not a hardware company. They're not a consumer electronics company like Samsung or Apple. Like Google could literally get rid of the Pixel lineup and they would be perfectly fine. Apple, not so much. Samsung, probably, because they are a massive company. I don't think people realize how big Samsung is. But Google can get rid of the Pixel lineup and they'd be fine. And you want to know why? Google is a data company. They're a software company. That's their bread and butter. All they want is your information when you sign up in the phone. Because once they have your information, they got your profile, then ads can be served out to you. Google is an ad-based company. They don't really care about their smartphones. It might be a bit of a reach for me to say that, but in the grand scheme of things, Google can get rid of the Pixel lineup and they'd be perfectly fine. Now, I just thought of a different idea. I want to look up the address on this box and actually see what this is like, because I already know that for most manufacturers, they probably just outsource. I have some third-party company do the repair process, so you can't really blame Google, but at the same time, I'm sure there are representatives from Google that are in charge of these places that do the RMA process, and they should be aware. Let me go get my laptop and throw it up on the screen so you guys can see. All right, so the address is 4055 Corporate Drive, Grapeview, can't speak today, Grapevine, Texas. Okay, there's a Mercedes dealership. Okay. But let's go ahead and see where this is. And the company is called Synergy. So it looks like my device, if you guys can see on the screen here, was repaired at this building right here, Synergy. Corporate office, not much information. Let me go ahead and read the reviews. This place is a scam. I sent my Pixel. I order a replacement for a Ring Bell. Cracked screen. Wow, 1 stars. They're all Google related. Synergy. Left voicemails carrying. I do not know why Google uses this. No one picks up and rings. Horrible company. So Google, I don't really know what to tell you, right? If you're using this company to do your repair centers, probably fire whoever's in charge of your RMA process, or at least let me talk to them and see what's actually going on. Because this is a disgrace to your brand, honestly. 1 star, 1 star, 1 star, 1 star. And look, I'm not sorted by anything. It's just it's just all of them. And when you have reviews where there's a lot of 5s and a lot of 1s, I kind of want to know what's going on with these 5s up here. Usually most honest reviews are 4 through 2, but if there's a large amount of 1s, that's not a good sign. That's besides the point. So I really don't know where to leave off on this conclusion. I really don't want to give Google any more of my time because everything I said in those first 2 videos are pretty much ringing true in this video as well. I got a new device by Google and I have even more problems with this one. Can't use the fingerprint sensor. Volume rocker popped out. What do you want me to do? Get another one and do a review on that? This is what I don't understand with the Pixel people. And trust me, I read every comment, even the ones that get hidden by YouTube where it's some racist stuff, but I read every comment and almost everyone was like, I've had a great experience. You got a defective, get a new one and you'll have the same experience as me. Got a new one by Google and it's worse. Quality control. I say the same thing for Dell. Dell makes good products, but their quality control sucks. So would I recommend them? No. Same with the Pixel. Is the Pixel a good phone? Yeah, but the quality control sucks. And so does customer service at Google. You can't talk to anybody, nobody. It's just email and automated replies. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you guys. I really don't. It's like, I'm just disappointed in Google. I'm disappointed in Google. I actually want to read this review. I sent my device with a cracked screen after receiving my device an email back and housing was break. I declined any repairs to be made, and to my shock, I received my device back with the screen was half replaced and the back was shattered, housing dented. Clearly the tech broke my phone and mid-repair tried to pass the cost on to me. And once again, I'm not trying to make Google look bad. I'm not on Apple's payroll. I'm not on Samsung's payroll to advocate that Google is a bad company. If anything, I want Google to succeed. It's just that the experiences I get with Google have been bad, just straight up bad. And there's nothing else for me to say. I can't have a bad experience with a smartphone device, get on camera and say, hey guys, I've had an amazing time with this device. Here are the spec sheets. Here are some photos. Here's what I think of the device. Have a nice day. That's not me. That's not how I do reviews on this channel. I speak about my own experiences and put them on camera, how it should be done. And there are people that say in the comments, like I said, I read every single comment. There was an overwhelmingly majority that, hey, MKBHD daily drives the Pixel 7 Pro. He doesn't have any problems, therefore this is an amazing device. Here's what I'll say to that, okay? Everyone's experience is different. I'm glad that MKBHD has had an amazing time with the Pixel 7 Pro and has had no problems. Good for him. I'm not saying that out of envy or jealousy. Good for him, genuinely. But this is something I always tell my friends. It's that my experience is going to supersede whatever experience that you might have. If I have had 2 bad experiences with the Pixel 7 Pro, I don't care how good your experience might be with the Pixel 7 Pro. That's not my experience. That's not what I've dealt with. I think most people can agree with that. If your friend gets a product and they love it, and you do the same thing, but you just have a terrible time with the product, who are you gonna believe? Yourself or your friend? You're probably going to believe yourself because you're the one that lived through it. right? Parenting 101, don't compare your children. Oh, your sibling is doing this. Why can't you be like them? Why can't you do what they do? I'm sorry, I'm not them. I can only do what I've been doing through my own life experience. Here's the thing I want you guys to get from this video. I'm sorry, but I don't want this as my background. I need to have something a little bit decent, so excuse me for 1 second. I just want to end this video off with, listen, if you had a good time with the Pixel 7 Pro, I'm happy for you, really. My boss owns the Pixel 7 Pro, he loves it. My barber owns the Pixel 7 Pro, he loves it. I can only speak about my experience and how I feel about the Pixel series and Google. I will be getting the Pixel Fold because I do want to, be fair and review every product. What's the word I'm looking for? Separately, isolated, But, it's just really hard for me to advocate for a flagship phone for Google when this starts at $800, when there are much better products you can get out there. Not flagship, budget value, even though it's not really even budget anymore, mid-range phones like $600, $500, that's where Google has their bread and butter. Pixel 7 Pro is just not it. So I've given you guys all the evidence. I've given you my experience. If you don't agree with me, that's fine. I am happy to talk in the comments. But Google, I really want you to see this video and just give me some questions. I am more than happy to talk. Like I said, I'm not trying to put you in the bad light. I'm not on anyone's payroll. I just speak about experiences. With that said, guys, I appreciate our sponsor for today, Nobody. And as always, guys, much love. By the way, the amount of subs I've gotten in the past month, what the heck, guys? Relax, okay? We're growing too fast. We got to chill out. But wait, was this going on the whole time? That's hilarious. Anyway, guys, I'm out.